winner of the New Jersey Press Association's Most Innovative Award.
Welcome back to Greater Media Broadcast News. I'm Susie Shea, bringing you the top headlines in Central New Jersey. Here's what's going on in your neighborhood. Free Community College, American Idol, animal cruelty laws, the Puppy Bowl, and Valentine's Day. The local college community is weighing in on President Barack Obama's $60 billion proposal to make 2 years of community college free for qualified students. Last week, former and current students of Middlesex County College shared their views during a meeting with state and federal officials. While some expressed the hope that their own children would have the opportunity to attend college regardless of their ability to pay, others questioned how the nation could afford such a proposal. One point everyone seemed to agree upon was the value of a college education and the growing importance of a degree. Congressman Frank Pallone, who organized the meeting, said his goal is to simply continue the discussion on the president's proposal. For more on the story, see your Greater Media newspaper today. And here's Mark Rosman with more headlines.
A significant change is expected to take place in the Jackson School District beginning in September. On January 20th, the Board of Education voted to move forward with a plan to implement full-day kindergarten. At the present time, Jackson offers a half-day kindergarten program for the township's 5-year-olds. School district administrators have said new curriculum standards require a longer instructional day for New Jersey's youngest public school students. Residents had a chance to express their views about the proposed change through an online survey the district conducted. A district spokeswoman said that in order for full-day kindergarten to be implemented, changes in staffing needs will be accommodated without additional hires. School board members said they plan to fund full-day kindergarten within the district's budget and not seek additional funding from residents. A complete story about Jackson's planned change to full-day kindergarten can be found in this week's Tri-Town News.
Seafloor mining and seismic testing may have a negative impact on marine life, but a new study said local efforts could curtail the effects of these practices. Adam Jacko has more.
A study published this month in the journal Science warns of a potential human-driven mass extinction of ocean life, but emphasizes the fact that time remains to address the growing threat. Local environmental advocacy organizations like Water Spirit of Elberon and the Sandy Hook-based Clean Ocean Action have seized on the report as evidence for the need for communities to act. Professor Malin Pinsky, a Rutgers University marine biologist and co-author of the study, agreed, stating that small acts at the local level can quickly add up to the large-scale effort needed to reverse the current trends of oceanic habitat destruction. Measures like wetland mitigation, installing green infrastructure, and enhancing access to mass transit all play a role in the bigger picture of preserving marine life. Pinsky also said reducing carbon emissions in an attempt to combat climate change is also imperative. Despite the global scale of the issues facing the ocean, Pinsky said these local acts are not insignificant in their scale. For more on this story and steps that can be taken in your community to combat the driving forces of habitat loss and climate change, see the full story in your local Greater Media newspapers.
And here are the headlines you need to know. Middlesex County is one of 2 counties to be named as the state's top recycler. The state recycling benchmark is at 60%, and Middlesex County has surpassed that mark 16 times. Substandard conditions that prompted the closing of the Helmetta Regional Animal Shelter could lead to legislation regulating animal shelters statewide. Officials recently held a roundtable to discuss potential measures such as the creation of an oversight board and mandatory training for shelter managers. After announcing the net reduction of 47 positions, Brookdale Community College is realigning academics and student services. The initiative includes the creation of academic institutes to align related disciplines and the appointment of 8 administrators to head new divisions within the college. With Valentine's Day approaching, more than 1,000 people are expected to snack on truffles and sip some port during Greater Media Newspaper's Chocolate and Wine Festival. Featuring more than 30 vendors, the event will be held on February 7th at Branches in West Long Branch. And speaking of Greater Media, here's WCTC's Mike Pavlichko with an update on Rutgers football. After that, we have Tim Morris with more on local sports.
Well, I know it's basketball season, but we can always talk Rutgers football, right? The Scarlet Knights made the news in a roundabout sort of way this week, even though there was no news when Chris Partridge resigned as head coach of Paramus Catholic, one of the top football programs not only in the state, but in the nation. Why is it important, you ask? Well, it was reported that Partridge had been offered a recruiting position at Rutgers, and the Paladins have had some of the most highly sought-after recruits in the state, and scoring Partridge could have been considered a major coup by RU. But hold the phone, the Paramus Catholic program also has been pretty brash and tried to establish itself a new up-and-comer in North Jersey, which didn't go well with some of the established powers, like Bergen Catholic, St. Joe's of Montvale, Don Bosco Prep, where Rutgers has seemingly had a pipeline in recent years, the likes of Leonte Carew, Gary Nova, Darius Hamilton, etc. So hiring Partridge could have backfired. And as it turned out, the deal fell apart. Reportedly, Kyle Flood wanted an answer sooner than later, and Partridge, who wanted to think about it, wanted to give his answer later rather than sooner. Now, his hiring might have helped in the long run, and by the way, there's nothing wrong in the NCAA's eyes if they'd gone ahead and hired Partridge, even if it gave them an advantage. But the damage it could have done in the long term could have been irreparable, and who knows, maybe the Knights can still land a Paladin or two anyway. We'll find out in a week. It's National Letter of Intent Signing Day coming up on February 4th, and I'll have a recap the following week, and I promise I won't talk about football until then. Maybe. I'm Mike Pavlichko on 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
For the next month, the John Bennett Indoor Complex in Toms River, better known as the Bubble, will be the center of the high school indoor track and field world. The championship season is well underway. Last Friday, the center hosted the Short Conference Championships, the final test before the state competition begins February the 1st. Mattawan Samantha Anderson powered her way to victory in the 400 meters. And later, she came back to add the 800 crown to her resume for a nice daily double. The unique aspect of indoor track is seeing events going off simultaneously. While the boys are running the 3,200 meters, the girls' pole vault competition is well underway. The hurdles are always a daunting challenge, whether it's indoors or outdoors. This is Mattawan's Matt Isaacson, easily clearing his winning height in the pole vault. In the shot put, Christian Brothers Academy's Andrew Liskowitz outdistanced the competition. This is Tim Morris for Greater Media Newspapers.
Forget the Seahawks or the Patriots. This year's Super Bowl is all about the puppies. Here's Jennifer Amato.
The cuteness factor is set to rise this Sunday, as 3 local canines will be featured in Animal Planet's Puppy Bowl 11. 6-month-old Freckles, Roscoe, and Lola are Labrador Hound Pit Bull mixes that Rosemary Petrillo rescued from North Carolina last year. In October, at just 6 weeks of age, the littermates traveled to New York to film the annual play on the Super Bowl. Petrillo will hold a Puppy Bowl viewing party and meet and greet with the dogs beginning at 1 p.m. Sunday at Gabrielle's in Piscataway in an effort to raise money for her foundation, Jersey Girls Animal Rescue. For more puppy love and information on how to get tickets to the viewing party, see your local Greater Media newspaper today.
What does confidence mean? Well, a local team found out when she auditioned on American Idol. Here's Jeremy Grossman.
18-year-old Jax used to cuddle up with her family and watch American Idol, dreaming that one day, possibly, maybe, she would appear on the show. A few weeks ago, millions of people watched her dream come true as the East Brunswick native performed I Want to Hold Your Hand by the Beatles in front of judges Jennifer Lopez, Harry Connick Jr., and guest judge Adam Lambert. But to say that the judges simply liked her performance is an understatement. Connick said they had never heard anyone with a voice like hers. Lambert told her she had finesse. Lopez said she was one of her favorites. Even after only one episode, Jax has already taken the country by storm and has become one of the most buzzed-about contestants in the competition so far. She's inspired her own movement, the Shonfidence movement, based on the judges' comments that she had a unique blend of confidence and shyness. If she makes it to the top 24, Jax said her strategy is to not overthink things and to focus on showing America who she really is. To learn more about Jax's journey on this season of American Idol, visit gmnews.com.
For more in-depth coverage and additional stories, see your Greater Media newspaper today. To keep up with the latest headlines, like us at facebook.com/Greater Media Broadcast News or follow us on Twitter at GMediaNews. I'm Suzy Shea. See you next time.